Hello. Today, for our level 1, we're going to solve for a missing variable. Now this will help us in the next section when we use law of sines. So in this situation, we have the sine of 23 over 5 is equal to sine of 67 over x. We want to find that value of x. Well, the first thing I would do is I would find the sine of 23 and sine of 67. Again, make sure your calculator is in degree mode, and then I'll do the sine of 23 and the sine of 67. The sine of 23 is 0.3907. Put that over 5. The sine of 67 is 0.9205. And put that over x. Now, we do what we did in the past, and we cross multiply. So 5 times 0.9205 is 4.603 or 25, and this is 0.3907 times x. Now I have to divide both sides by this 0.3907, and so our x value becomes 11.78. So this value is 11.78. Great. Let's move on. Now, if you understand that, try to do this one on your own and see if you get the right answer. Hopefully you are done, and we can go through this. First thing we do is, instead of sine of 40 and sine of 70, we type in these values. So sine of 40 is 0.64278, so let's say 28, round that up, over 205 is equal to the sine of 70, which is 0.93969, so let's round that to 7, over x. Now we cross multiply. 205 times our previous answer was 192.637, and this is 0.6428x. Now when I divide this by 0.6428, I get an answer of 299.7. So almost 300 is our value of x here. Now there's a different type of problem, like this one. Sine of x over 34 is equal to the sine of 34 over 28. Now what we'll need to do here is we can't convert this right away. So what we'll do is convert the one that we can. Sine of 34 becomes, we'll write the left side the same, and this sine of 34 becomes 0.55919, or 2. And now we cross multiply. This times this becomes 19.01. And this we just write 28 times the sine of x. Now, to solve for x, the first thing we have to do is divide by 28. Divide by 28. And we'll have the sine of x is equal to that divided by 28, which is 0.6790, or 0. Great. Now what we need to do is, if I have the sine of x equals a value, to find this angle, I have to take the inverse sine. So I take the inverse sine of 0.679, and I have an angle. My x value is 42.76, or you can say 42.8 degrees. And that's the angle that would be up here. Let's try one more. Now, if I want to find this value for x, first thing I'll do is find the sine of 56. That's 0.8290 over 30 is equal to the sine of x over 25. So now when I cross multiply, I multiply this times this to get 20.7259, and that equals 30 sine of x. Now I divide that by 30, so I have the sine of x is equal to 0.6909. Now if I want to find that angle, I take the inverse sine of that answer. And I got 43.7 degrees is our value for x. And in between here to here, I took the inverse sine of 0.6909. All right, hopefully that helps you solve these problems. Now you can try some